All right, Capricorn, welcome to your weekly sidereal forecast for June 8th through the 14th. My name is Athan. So another nice week. We have a lot of sextiles in the early part, Monday through Wednesday, 4 sextiles to be exact, involving all of this new beginning stuff and changes that are going to be happening, I think, more so this week. Involving your fifth house, we've got Mercury going station direct here. We're coming up to the culmination, the finalization of a lot of these new beginnings that you were involved with here in the fifth house relating to your self-expression, your fun and creativity and passions in life. And then the sun is going to be conjoining up to Mars here the second half of the week, further emphasizing that fifth house for you. So it starts on Monday through Wednesday when these sextiles take place. It's involving Uranus sextiling the fifth, and then Jupiter and Venus sextiling the fifth. So your third house in relation to this, perhaps there's been some liberation and some newfound freedom relating to your communications or how you're learning, your thinking, how you're thinking about things, which is often the third house, maybe relating to siblings or peers as well. But certainly the mind and certainly your communications has been freeing up lately. And I think that's going to be supporting, I think, your self-expression. I think it's going to be supporting your fun, your joy, your zest for life, which is this whole learning process for you, which has been Mercury retrograde in that fifth house. But still very supportive for these fifth house matters. Now, in terms of the seventh house, you've had Jupiter and Venus in the seventh, which is all about one-on-one connections and relationships. So over the past year and now recently with Venus in here, you guys have had the opportunity to really enjoy your one-on-one connections and relationships of all types. And again, things I think should be flowing quite nice with that area as well. Again, supporting these this funner side of life or creative side of life, which is the fifth house, or, expressing yourself. So these three areas are certainly being highlighted early part in the week, all positive aspects. We only have one challenging aspect this week. It's not even that personal. Chiron is going to be squaring up to Mars from that fifth. So with the second house, it is going to be shifting for you this week because Neptune is going retrograde here on Friday about that second house. So this is about, first of all, it's been important for you to trust and let go with the financial or material side of things and to trust that everything is flowing on that level. And it's been through that. I think you've been finding that quite healing. And so bringing conscious awareness to that material side of life and the simple pleasures of life will be healing this week with that square. Now, the reason is because Chiron is, the studious learner, and through learning, he became the healer. So it's through learning more about your self-worth, more about the finances, more about the, self-reliance, then you'll find that there is something there to be healed, and it's something probably healing your self-worth on that level. So whatever that is, I do recommend it. Again, it's not very personal, but it is what I would consider an opportunity to do some healing this week, and I think you'll find that further motivating you towards this passion or fun or self-expression that you're involved with this week. Now, on Thursday, Mercury goes station direct after his few weeks of retrograde. So whatever you've been thinking about or redoing or rehashing relating to your self-expression and creativity is going to start to move forward for you. Of course, around Thursday, while he's paused in the sky, just kind of, stopping with it for a second, reflecting on it, because as he starts to gain momentum towards the tail end of this week and into next week, a lot of these things you learned will certainly start to flow, and you can start to apply a lot of these things. But I think you will be learning something in particular around Thursday relating to that creativity and self-expression. Thursday into next week, the sun conjoining up to Mars, very passionate, very exciting, very motivating energy here of your fifth house. So whatever it is, maybe from these sextiles that have been aspecting your fifth, there's this newfound sense of self-expression, of fun, of joy that I think is very motivating and very passionate for you, which is very nice to have in your fifth house, I would say. It's also involving your fourth house of home and family and friends, which is your Mars rulers in your chart, and then your eighth house of the truth. So perhaps motivated to express the truth, share the truth about life. All of that is coming together and creating that very strong energy. These are two masculine energies, very powerful. So it's important that we find the middle path with that. And if we can harness the energies in the compassionate and present way, then it can be very, very constructive. So harnessing it, channeling it, and putting that energy and motivation into anything fifth house, creativity, fun, joy, self-expression, I think will be a nice energy to work with into next week. Now, Friday and Saturday, Venus will be sextiling up to the North Node. So this energy here is just reaffirming this whole life path of this year of the ninth house. This whole year, it's very important for you to open your horizons, to study things maybe like spirituality, philosophy, astrology even is also ninth house. Anything that opens the mind, maybe divinity, things of that nature. I don't know, whatever it is for you personally. Opening up your horizons. Very nice weekend for that when Venus sextiles up to that. I think it's also a nice weekend for relationships, but I think relationships is just going to be flowing generally for all of you Capricorns, quite nice for the whole week with these positive aspects from the 7th house. So I think all in all, the emphasis is certainly the 5th, the 3rd of communications, and 7th of relationships. That's going to be the key highlight. And again, it's easy aspects, but with those opportunities, we want to walk through the doors. We want to see those opportunities and make something of them. And that's, of course, how we work with the energies of the sextile. So Capricorn, this was a general look at the planets at the sky. If you'd like a more specific look, please get in touch for a personal reading. Hope you guys have a nice week. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I will talk to you all next time. Take care.